Question 1 says, which of the following numbers are not perfect cubes? So we are given these 5 numbers: 216, 128, 1000, 100 and 46,656, and we have to determine which of these numbers are not perfect cubes. So what we will do is we will prime factorize each of these numbers, and whenever we can organize the prime factors into groups of 3 into triples, then that number will be a perfect cube. Otherwise it won't be a perfect cube. So let's start with the first part. In the first part, the number that we have is 216. So let's prime factorize this number. So 216 is an even number, so we can start dividing it by 2. So we divide it by 2 and that will give us 108. This is still even, so we divide by 2 again and that gives us 54. 54 is even again, so we divide by 2 and that gives us 27. Now 27 is not even, but it is divisible by 3. So we divide by 3 and that gives us 9. And then we divide by 3 again and that gives us 3. And finally we take out the last 3 and that gives us 1. Okay, so 216 can be prime factorized as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So if we look at these prime factors, we have a triple group of 2 and we have a triple group of 3. And this means that 216 can be written as 2 into 3 whole cube. And now we see that 216 is a perfect cube. So let's write PC, which stands for perfect cube, in front of this first number in part 1. Now coming to part 2, the number in part 2 is 128. So once again, we will prime factorize this number. Now this number is an even number, so we can start dividing it by 2. So we divide this by 2 and that gives us 64. Still even, so we divide by 2 again and that gives us 32. This is still even, so we divide by 2 and that gives us 16. 16 is again divisible by 2, so we divide by 2 and that gives us 8. 8 is also even, so we take out another 2 and that gives us 4. Then from 4 we take out one more 2 and that gives us 2. And lastly we take out this last 2 and this gives us 1. So 128 only has prime factors of 2, and let's see how many of those do we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 2s. So let's write this: 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So a total of 7 2s. So if we try and organize these factors, if we try and group these factors into triplets, we have one triplet of 2, we have another triplet of 2, but then this 2 is not part of a complete triplet, and this means that 128 is not a perfect cube. Okay, so let's write this as not NPC, not a perfect cube. So 128 in part 2 is not a perfect cube. Now coming to part 3, the number in part 3 is 1000. So once again we will start by prime factorizing this number 1000. So 1000 is an even number, so we divide by 2 and that gives us 500. Then we divide by 2 again, that gives us 250. This is still even, so we divide by 2 again and that gives us 125. Now 125 is not even, it is also not a multiple of 3, but it is a multiple of 5. So we divide this by 5 and that gives us 25. This is still a multiple of 5, so we divide by 5 again and that gives us 5. And finally we take out one more 5 and that gives us 1. So the prime factorization process is complete, and 1000 can therefore be prime factorized as 2 into 2 into 2. So 3 2s into 5 into 5 into 5. So we can group the prime factors into triplets, one triplet of 2 and one triplet of 5. So the prime factors can be completely grouped into triplets, and this means that 1000 can be written as 2 into 5 whole cube. So clearly 1000 is a perfect cube, and therefore let us write PC in front of 1000 in part 3. Now coming to part 4, the number in part 4 is 100, and once again we will start by prime factorizing this number. 100 is an even number, so we divide by 2 and that gives us 50. 50 is also even, so we divide by 2 again and that gives us 25. Now 25 is not divisible by 2 or 3, but it is divisible by 5, so we take out a 5 and that gives us 5, and then we take out the last 5 and that leaves us with 1. So that completes the prime factorization process, and 100 can be prime factorized as 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So if we try and group the prime factors into triplets, we see that we don't have any triplet because we have only 2 2's and we have 2 5's. So we neither have a triplet of 2 nor a triplet of 5. Hence 100 cannot be written as a perfect cube, and therefore let us write NPC, not a perfect cube, in front of 100 in part 4. Finally, let's come to part 5. The number in part 5 is 46,656. So as always, we will start by prime factorizing this number. This number is an even number, so we'll start dividing this by 2. So if we divide this by 2, we will get 23,328, still even, so we divide by 2 again, and that will give us 11,664. Okay, then we divide by 2 again, and that will give us 5,832, and this is still even, so we divide by 2 again, and that will give us 2,916, and this is yet again even, so we divide by 2 again, and that will give us 1,458. This is still even, so we divide by 2 again, and that gives us 729. So 729 is not even now, but it is a multiple of 3. So we will now divide it by 3, and I will continue this process on this side. So we will now divide 729 by 3. So when we do that, we will get 243. This is again divisible by 3, so we divide by 3 again, and this will give us 81. 81 is still divisible by 3, so we divide by 3 again, that gives us 27. We take out another 3, that gives us 9. We take out one more 3, that gives us 3. And finally we take out the last 3, and that gives us 1. So that completes the prime factorization process. So 46,656 can be prime factorized as 6 2's. So we obtained 6 2's. So we write the 6 2's, and then 6 3's. So let's write the 6 3's as well. And that this is the prime factorized form of this given number. And now if we group the prime factors into triplets, we get one triplet of 2, we get another triplet of 2, then we get one triplet of 3, and we get another triplet of 3. So the prime factors can be grouped perfectly into triplets, and we can basically write this whole product as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 whole cube. So this is how we can write this prime factorized form. And clearly for this number 46,656 therefore is a perfect cube. So we write PC in front of part 5. Now the original question was, which of the following numbers are not perfect cubes? So the number in part 2, 128, is not a perfect cube, and the number in part 4, 100, is also not a perfect cube, whereas the other 3 numbers are all perfect cubes. So that completes question number 1. To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.